how the person on the other side will read it. Think that they will have probably a limited amount of time, probably multiple CVs, and here I'm talking on every company, not just for Google. So you want to try to put the recruiter that is going to select your CV in the most favorable position to select yours. You want to make their life easier, basically. And this is really important. This is really useful to do and to play a little bit with somebody else. What you don't want to do is, of course, for the same reason, having a CV that has different formats, that is confused, sometimes is involved, sometimes is one character or the other, that is not perfectly aligned, or where information is redundant, that's unuseful. You don't want to forget, of course, pieces of your information. You don't want to skip elements that you might think, oh yeah, I did that as well, but it was just my private thing, my part-time. If the information has a connection with the job, or with the environment, or the culture, put this information on. And again here, we could expand a little bit at this point by saying, before you submit your resume, take the time to learn something more about the company. Study the culture, look at the website. This should be evident. But actually, a lot of candidates don't even do this. They don't go into the website of the prospective employer, and they don't study a little bit information. They don't go on other websites, professional websites, where you can see profile of people working for this company, and you can see what they say they do, and understand from them actually what works in this environment, what is relevant probably, because you might end up recognizing that you also have some of this experience in your CV, and you didn't think about it in the beginning. And then last but not least, you never want to have a CV where in your skills you put very detail-oriented, and the next line is a grammar mistake, or is a word misspelled, because then again, it's kind of ruin your own reputation. So take care actually to review it yourself and have Anna doing this thing. Do you add any do or don't?
I mean, basically, if you think about it in Google search, right? So what we basically serve, the stats in like 2005 or something like 0.2 seconds was required for your information to be relevant, right? On a search. For me to click on first or second place in Google search. Very much similar with CVs. If you're getting 2,500 CVs every single day, you need to stand out. So you need to think of that perspective. Why am I relevant for that job? And once you start taking that perspective and that point of reference, how am I going to benefit by providing for this job? It doesn't matter whether it's Google or whether it's any other company. You need to be able to provide value, right? Much like our customers are looking for, AdSense. It's exactly the same concept. That's what I'd like to.
Okay, so going a little bit deeper in what makes a good CV. There's typically these 4 areas: general information, education, work experience, and the rest of private and words and hobbies and personal activities. Few points here on the general information. We mentioned some of them. List all your complete contact information. Do not include information that could be discriminating you. Pictures, some countries use it, some of them don't. They're typically not necessary. Definitely, they're not necessary for Google. And then have a look at the format. Again, you want to make the life easier, even if the format should be readable by others, or you think it's anyway not your problem. Let's say just a PDF or Word is the most used. Just take care to use this one. There are just very few exceptions to this rule, and this could be if you're applying, I don't know, for a designer or a graphical designer. Then you might want to do something that is more graphical in another format to show actually that you have skills. And mean, it's up to you. It's more specific niche anyway. I don't think this probably regarding most of the people here. On the education,